Let's start with a short meditation to center and to arrive mentally. Sit upright in a comfortable position and close your eyes. Keep your spine straight and your neck upright. Take a deep breath through the nose into your belly. Hold for a little while and breathe out through the open mouth. Put your attention on your breath. Don't concentrate or focus too hard. Don't strain. Just allow yourself to get calm and peaceful, to get out of your thoughts, to arrive mentally in the here and now. Observe emerging emotions, thoughts, pictures that come and go. Don't try to suppress anything. You are like a dispassionate observer. Just arrive in the here and now. And don't forget to smile to the outside and to your inside. At the end, put your awareness back to your body and your environment. Open very slowly your eyes. Take your time. Ahimsa, the first Yama in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. Ahimsa means harmlessness, non-violence in thoughts, words and actions, towards oneself, others and the environment. In Patanjali's Yoga Sutras 235 we can read, "In the presence of one whose thoughts and actions are harmless, all living things become peaceful and harmless." Roy Jean Davis wrote in his commentary, "When we are firmly established in harmlessness, ahimsa, our thoughts, feelings and actions are entirely constructive. The peacefulness that we radiate into the mental atmosphere calms the minds and emotions of people and all forms of sentient life." The 5 yamas, restraints, in Patanjali's yoga aphorisms begin with ahimsa, non-violence, harmlessness. Patanjali also could have started with love or compassion, couldn't he? Aren't love and compassion what most people long for, what is sung about so passionately in love songs and described so movingly in lyrical poems, what so many people are searching for? I believe that the placement of Ahimsa as the first Yama, right at the beginning of Patanjali's 8 limbs of Raja Yoga, reveals deep insight into a latent mass consciousness of human beings, which manifests itself in hurtful and harmful behavior, and therefore needs to be carefully observed, addressed, and transformed. Anger and hate as expressions of these tendencies are based on deep-seated feelings of fear. They are conditioned response patterns triggered by emerging illusory thoughts and perceived by images from the past and imagined future events. These latent destructive, violent tendencies prevent the development of true love and the expression of genuine compassion, because on this basis, mere action is always associated with an intention and a dualistic view. And help or support given to others out of a feeling of loneliness or one's own insignificance and isolation always demands something in return, some form of recognition, even if only to confirm and nourish one's own moral superiority over the poor and ignorant. True love is unconditional, and actions that arise from genuine compassion are expressions of selfless devotion. Ahimsa stands for non-violence and harmlessness in words, thoughts, and actions towards oneself, others, and the environment. Understanding this in theory and contemplating its meaning through meditation seems absolutely feasible for a serious seeker of truth. But an authentic implementation in daily life becomes challenging when it comes to concrete cultivation and demonstration. That means recognizable behavioral changes and sustainable realization, as this requires constant vigilance of one's own thoughts and actions, as well as honest comparison with the principles of Ahimsa, doesn't it? Nonviolence and harmlessness in words, thoughts, and actions toward oneself, others, and the environment. The infinite depths and enormous scope of this guideline makes its authentic implementation and maintenance a long-life task, isn't it? Just think about it. How often have we emotionally condemned or hurt others in our thoughts? How often do we carelessly throw things away and pollute the environment with our trash, even with the smallest plastic or paper items? How quickly do we become angry and condemn ourselves when we behave inappropriately or superficially or make a mistake? Ahimsa is not a theoretical guideline for life that one simply has to understand intellectually, but a concrete path that one must follow and a conscious manner of following the path. Roy Jean Davis wrote, "In the presence of one whose thoughts and actions are harmless, all living things become peaceful and harmless." I always found this description of the beneficial effects that a person who is grounded in the principles of Ahimsa has on others and their environment to be very inspiring and an expression of true bhakti. It was therefore sobering and sometimes frustrating for me when people in my presence rarely become calm and peaceful. For example, on particularly hectic days, such as Mondays or shortly after the holidays, when many people react in a tense, stressed, or loud manner. However, I found out that my wrong approach was to try to influence or manipulate others through my behavior, my holy presence, and my superior state of consciousness, and to fix their mistakes. And it was when I realized that no one needs to be changed or fixed, and that my perception of the outside world is a reflection of my current state of consciousness, that I changed my approach. I began to withdraw my attention from the prevailing restlessness, the hustle and bustle outside of me, and direct it inward, toward my center, my spine, my brain, the area between my eyebrows, and my feelings of tension and expectations seemed to dissolve. I became calm and centered, and felt one with everything and everyone around me. The world around me, the noise and the behavior of the people around me hadn't really changed. The seemingly chaotic behavior of people and the intrusive noise continued, but I was anchored in my center, and everything was fine, and I felt harmonious. Ahimsa is not a theoretical guideline for life that one simply has to understand intellectually, but a concrete path that must one follow, and a conscious manner of following that path. Use this technique of creative imagination to cultivate and realize the attitudes and behaviors of Ahimsa. Knowing that you are a spiritual being, superior to your mind and to mundane circumstances, do the following. Meditate at the beginning alone in a quiet place. Sit upright on a chair, close your eyes and relax. Breathe 3 times deeply in and out. Concentrate on the area between the eyebrows and watch your breath. Don't try to control it. Just observe your breath. Cool air while inhaling, warm air when exhaling. If you like, you can use a mantra. When your mind is calm and your awareness is clear, vividly imagine that you are Ahimsa. There is no need to use willpower. Remember Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. In the presence of one whose thoughts and actions are harmless, all living things become peaceful and harmless. Clearly, see yourself as this person who is fully established in Ahimsa, and feel it at the deepest level of your being. Imagine and feel how you as this person think, how do you speak, and how do you act. The feeling that you have should be of acceptance and gratitude, rather than an emotion. Rest for a while in that awareness and feeling of accomplishment, of Ahimsa. Come back to your mind and circumstances and maintain a clear awareness and feeling of accomplishment of Ahimsa after your practice session. Oh.